What's wrong with you? I mean, what is wrong with you? That you can celebrate someone's death. Seriously. Because they don't agree with you? Because they talk about different things and you don't like what they're saying? You don't like hearing the truth? So you celebrate their death? What is going on? I'll tell you what. That is the state of our country and our world. The devil is dancing right now, and you're celebrating right along with him. So God help you. All of you who are celebrating a man's death, the fact that his children have no father, his wife has no husband, his parents have lost their son, and you're celebrating.
Before I get started with this, let me give a shout out to Great Black Shark, because it was through him that I actually first saw this video, and I was going to leave it alone, but one of my subscribers had asked me, did I see this video? And they actually asked me, could I almost was like, nah, I'm gonna probably just let it pass because I don't feel like talking about Stacy. But then I said, you know what, it's been a while, and when I say a while, I mean a very, very, very long time since I've spoken about Stacey Dash. As a matter of fact, I think the last time I spoke about Stacy in the form of a video was when she ended up getting arrested after that altercation that she had with her ex-husband and her ex-husband's daughter, and she was the one that got arrested in the whole situation. And that was like, I want to say back in towards the end of Trump's first term or within his first term, I forget, but it was a few years ago. I do know that, and I want to say it definitely was, but possibly before the pandemic. It's been that long. But Stacey Dash, you know, all of us for the most part in the black community knew her for being on that movie Clueless. She's done other work as well, but Clueless was probably like the peak of her career, because it seems like after that she really didn't do much after that. And it's a shame, because Stacey Dash back in the day was a very gorgeous looking woman. Like, I don't know one black kid or man who did not have a crush on Stacey Dash. I don't know any black man who didn't have her as like their top celebrity crush back in the day. And other women thought that she was very pretty as well. And time went on, and you don't hear from her. Then she started to pop up again later on and do other things years down the line, and then she faded into obscurity again. And then when she pops back up, she starts talking like a whole bunch of nonsense about black people. And it's like, what? Hold on, Stacy, where's this coming from? Like, the black community carried your career for the most part until you got on the Clueless, when you thought you was going to get mainstream, and it didn't really take off after that. And then you're going to sit there and make up all these lies and all types of stuff. Like, that was a whole era right there. Then, you know, she ended up on Fox News and she started talking a whole bunch of other stuff. Then she did that stunt on the Oscars when she said, "Welcome to Black History Month." And that was so cringe. And them people was in that audience looking at her like, what is this woman on? And then fast forward a little bit, when Roger Ailes ended up stepping down from Fox News, she ended up losing her job over there. And from there, she did not bounce back, and we really hadn't seen her since, until I said, like, with the incident with her and her ex-husband. And now she has this video right here where she's talking about Charlie Kirk and how people shouldn't say anything bad about him, and why are people making fun of this man in death. And I'm sitting here saying to myself, Stacy could care less about Charlie Kirk and what people are saying about him. And let me tell you why I believe that is. This woman is craving attention. Yes, I said it. She's craving attention because no one's paying attention to her. A lot of people have forgotten all about her. As a matter of fact, when I retrieved this video and I was looking through the comment section, I saw about 5 comments from 5 different people who says, I have no idea who this woman is, but I'm glad that she said what she said. And I saw another one who said, oh, she's one of the good ones. And you know what they mean when they say that. And you know what? Stacy would probably take it in stride and take that proverbial pat on the head if she could. Now, what really stood out to me before I even looked at the video itself is her appearance. Look at how light Stacy is. Now, anybody who knows Stacey Dash knows that back in the day, that woman was a very brown, like a dark brown skinned woman. And in case y'all are unaware of her lineage, she is half black, half Mexican. But when you look at her, she presents herself as a black woman. She doesn't even look mixed. And her name's Stacey Dash, no one would ever think, oh, she's half Mexican, because like that's not a Mexican name. As a matter of fact, furthermore, she is cousins with Damon Dash. They're cousins. They're related. I'm not sure if that's on the dad's side or on the mom's side, but either way, they are related. So she got her start or leg up through the black community until she got on the Clueless, got mainstream, and then she just kind of left us in the dust. And guess what happened? We ended up leaving her ass in the dust too. So she should have stuck around as much as she could before she decided I'm going to go mainstream. But besides all of that, her appearance is very odd because you can clearly tell that this woman has been bleaching her skin. Like she literally, now she looks like probably the somewhat, I guess you could say, the light-skinned woman she's probably always wanted to be. And that's not good because, again, if you look at how Stacy was back in the day, she was very attractive. She was very beautiful. And now looking at her, it's like, and I intentionally got that picture of her bucking her eyes because she kept doing it. I don't know why she just kept bucking her eyes in the video. But furthermore, going on with the video, she's saying stuff in there, and it's like, it's annoying at this point because a lot of people keep doing it. Oh, why are you saying this? Oh, why are you saying that? I don't know who she's directing this at, but let's hypothetically say she's directing her messaging at black people. Stacy, I feel like I shouldn't have to break this down for you, but the reason why a lot of black people don't care about what's going on with Charlie Kirk is because of the stuff that he has said about the black community over the years since he came into notoriety. And how he was able to build his platform off after berating black people, whether they were dead or alive, mainly deceased, to get money and make millions of dollars to funnel into his projects and to bolster himself up to where he's, well, not is, but was at. That's why many black people we just don't care. And the thing is, they keep trying to make it seem like us saying that we don't care means that we're somehow speaking negative. No, we just simply don't care. Life goes on. They expect us to just, again, going back to the video I recently did about the empathy thing, they want us to do this, but the thing is, he said he wasn't that. So we're just, as far as I'm concerned, abiding by his wishes. So there it is. As a matter of fact, most of the people that I have seen that have been talking ill about him or saying things like that has been mainly white people. But if you want to go there, it's been a mixture. To make it seem like it's only black people is absolutely absurd. We're not the only group that has people in there that have said things that you may not agree with as it pertains to Charlie Kirk's passing. And going back to what I originally said, I don't even think she cares either way. She just came on here to make this video because she knew exactly what audience she was trying to go at. She's trying to get back that audience that she had back like nearly 10 years ago. Like during Trump's first term, that's when she gained a whole new audience, and then people started to gravitate towards her. And then once that kind of fizzled out, she's been trying to bounce back ever since, and it's just not working. The same thing with Paris Denard, David Clark, and Omarosa. You know, she was in that crop with those three right there in Trump's first run. That's where she was at. This was before Candace. As a matter of fact, I've even said in so many words that Candace Owens was her unofficial replacement. It's just that unfortunately, Candace was able to stay around a little bit longer than she was supposed to, because she started to grift more outwardly, whereas Stacy, she did there's like one linear grift, and then when that was done, she couldn't do anything else. That's why you don't hear about her anymore. But I truly believe that I felt like Candace was her unofficial replacement. Well, maybe a 2-for-1 special. I feel like Candace might have been the unofficial replacement for both Stacey Dash and Omarosa. So there you have it. But yes, Stacy, this whole little performative act, because that's what she's doing, is just that she's performing. It's like, okay, who cares? It is what it is. You're not going to get a new audience. I honestly don't believe that she cares at all about Charlie Kirk or his wife or his kids or what people have to say. She just came on here because that she felt like that's the only way she can get engagement. And by the way, I don't know if, like, again, the video, when I typed it into the search bar on Twitter, the video didn't even come from her page. It was from people who had shared it a few times, but it wasn't directly from her Twitter account. But, you know, it is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I will talk to you in the next one.